for go. And G for away. Goody goody. Hello everybody. Surprise, surprise. Well, it's not so much of a surprise. We did advertise. Am I trying to be a poet? Not at all. Welcome to Djuma, our last morning taking out the Gunda. The skies have cleared a little bit for us. Hi everybody, my name is Mark and Tara is joining me. Nick is helping us out with final control this morning, and the two of us are going to be doing whatever we can this morning to try and bring you the best of Djuma for this last morning. Now we've got a little bit of sunshine that started and blue sky to the southwest, but fingers of cloud that are streaking across the sky and are bringing in some pretty black cloud way down in the south, and I'm expecting that maybe that is going to bring in a little bit more weather later on today. But I'd say that for now we're safe. For now everything is good and we're about to head out. Just going to say hello to Monsieur Rexon. Or is that Henry? Oh, it's Henry and Amos.
Morning.
Hello everybody. Morning, Henry. I'm just going to wait until somebody comes around the side of the Tara, comes around the side of the vehicle. Fine, and you? Where are you headed? Okay, yeah, I'm going to go PC car the other way around. Alright, copy, thanks. Sorry, I'm busy talking on the radio. You can't see me, but...
Yes, I'm going to come and join you.
Okay.
I've locked everything off.
We're going to try something different.
Try it.
Camera person free camera until we get to something. So, instead of my books today, I got Tara in my next.
Who needs books?
Page 36 of my flower book. Can you just check in your...
Hold on. Control Alt Delete.
Control Alt Delete. Not responding. Yeah, I'm more used to not responding.
Yeah. So we're heavily relying on Nick to tell us. Everything's on autopilot. Which, yeah, we'll have to see how it goes.
We will.
Yes. I'm hoping everything's locked up okay. But good morning everybody, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody who is celebrating.
And who might still be awake after Thanksgiving dinner.
Hope you enjoyed the turkey. I was dreaming of turkey last night actually.
I think there are going to be a lot of relieved turkeys in America today.
Yeah, I think so.
They're all going to be going, sure, made it another year. Are you in the truck?
No, they've still got Christmas to go.
Oh yeah. Don't want to be a turkey this time of year.
Oh look, got blue sky.
Yeah. We'll have a look at that lovely open area on Zoe's just before we get down to the hyena den. See what the sky looks like from there. It's changing fast. We've turned our back on it. Excuse me, turned our back on it for now, and when we turn around again I know it's going to be different.
It's still got quite a nip in the air though.
So I'd say one of our priorities, I don't even know why you look at that thing.
Yeah, but it's fun. 5 degrees.
I would like to actually put it because we about 5 degrees.
Yeah,
right.
so 5 degrees. Well, I feel like it's 5 degrees. Maybe that's my body temperature.
Maybe like a reptile.
Or my body actually feels
Poikilothermic. I think one of our priorities this morning is going to be to find our queen.
I think so. That and Teddy.
That and Teddy.
That and Teddy.
And an Ellie.
And an Ellie.
And a flower for the ladies. And maybe a missing nut or bolt for the men.
No, the squirrel ran off without
Somebody, I'm sorry if I forgot who. There's been so many photos posted of late. But 2 days ago when I was sitting here, when we had that spider eating the flying ant,
Oh yeah.
somebody posted a photograph of a squirrel with a nut. Well, a bolt.
Oh, brilliant.
Saying the squirrel with the missing lug nut. Actually, we could do that. We could go past there again, just in case the rain's washed it out.
Yeah, we should do. We should do.
What about Tara? Where is he now?
Still hopeful we're going to see a honey badger along here.
Yeah, one of the times that I have seen a honey badger during the day has been in weather like this. Like we've had the last few days. Oh, there's a giant. Can you zoom in on that?
Come on!
I don't know if you can see it, but no. Okay, you're gonna jump back. Let me go up a little closer. Problem with going closer to these children is that they pick up the heat and the carbon monoxide of the vehicle, and then they retreat into their shell. But what I'd like to do, I want to give you an approximation of its size.
Yeah.
And that's not even a big one. And I've got big hands. Was it that they say something about big feet? I've got big feet too.
They have big shoes.
But I've always said, when I've shown you snails, I've even got that one, I don't know if you remember, this one that we found that was sticking out of a termite mound somewhere. Forgot even where. This is what it looks like after it dies and it loses its color and starts getting bleached by the sun. Just the pure calcium is left. But this is about the same size as that one, and they do get bigger. And I can remember when I told you that they get quite big, these snails, and I said I could put it here in the hand and the foot of the snail. Well, gives you an idea of how big they really are. Funny noises. Anyways, giant African land snail known as Achatina, becoming a pest in some parts of the world. Well, there are different Achatinas from all over the world. These particular ones are African, and you get many different species of them.
So that would be about the size of my hand. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when our hand was next to it, the front of it was where my finger is, and the tail was beyond my hand. Sorry, snail. To disturb?
No.
Oops. Yippies. So they're actually banned in some countries, and I believe in the States now there's a huge problem with them because they've become feral. People have brought them in as pets. They do make nice pets. You know, they
Not interesting.
sit and they heal and they stay very well.
They shave your legs.
They shave your legs. I've still got to see that one. But you know, when you touch it on the snout and it pulls into its shell and you say stay, it'll stay. That takes no training. They know it instantly. Except if you walk away, they're likely to move on again. An attempted humor. Okay. Thank you, Arlene. That's who it was. It was Arlene Levin that sent the squirrel lug nut photo. Thanks, Arlene. So the idea was it's okay. You're gonna have to do that all the time.
Huh?
Well, the idea was that we were gonna swap over every time we saw an animal, but you know that actually might. Oh look, there's an impala. You drive, and then you drive 5 feet. Oh, there's an impala.
That's what makes it fun.
Okay. I've shown you bagworms in the past. This is an unusual one in that it hasn't used sticks as much. It's mostly silk with little bits of debris. But it was hanging on a thread, one of its own silken threads hanging from the tree, and I bumped the silken strand. Come. Here's the entrance where the caterpillar sticks its head out, and it drags this bag around with it. I guess it doesn't want to play ball. It's hiding. Very, very fine silk. I mean, you can see all the silk wrapped around that little bag. Okay, let's get down to see Teddy.
Cool. Go for it.
Okay, you staying there till we get there?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Well, it's good, pretty good exercise.
Oh, that's what I was thinking actually.
But don't expect me to do that.
I'll do it for both of us.
Fabienne, bonjour. Bonsoir. Bonjour. Hi Fabienne. How are you this morning? Staying up late. Good. Wants to know if they're edible, those snails. They have been known to be eaten. But because of their diet, especially their diet in the wild, one would have to clean out the snail first. And to do that, you'd have to put it on some sort of edible, some sort of food source that is edible, and let it feed on that for a couple of weeks to get it all the other stuff out of its system. And what I know, some people that have, some local cultures where I've lived, what they have done is they take crushed maize porridge, dried maize, dried corn, we call it maize, mealie meal, and they crush it into almost a powder, not quite, granular, almost like sugar. I suppose for those who know polenta, dried polenta or dried grits, same kind of thing. And they'd put them snails in a bin with that for a couple of weeks, and that snails would just eat that, and that would flush out their system. But I'd have to question the merit of palatability. I mean, we have to distinguish between edible and palatable, and I'd have to question the palatability of the snail based on having once tasted one snail in a restaurant, and to be honest, all I could taste was the garlic sauce, but it was the texture that was, it's like abalone, and everybody craves abalone. We have this huge problem in this country with abalone poaching. We call it perlemoen, and it's up until the rhino issue, it was the I suppose the main poaching issue that we had in this country was the abalone poaching and the depletion of abalone along our southern coast and the Cape. You don't hear anything about that anymore. You only hear about the rhino. But anyways, abalone is also, being a snail, very similar in its texture, and I can't understand what the big fuss is all about, because you don't taste the actual snail, you just taste the sauce that you put with it. and then you have this rubbery thing. Anyway, my opinion, I'm a fussy eater anyway. We might have to come here twice today. Oh look, there I can see it.
Yes.
So there's Floppy here with her children. I was going to go that way, but we'll have to go this way. Floppy here is nursing, which means that Teddy might be poking his head out somewhere. Her head, hers, its. Okay, before we come back to Floppy here and her too, they look way too old to be nursing. Teddy not here. Teddy might be curled up in... There, no, it's a piece of wood. There, no, it's a piece of wood.
Teddy!
Teddy!
Yeah.
Maybe if we just sit here for a bit.
Hello, lady.
Hello, Floppy. Yeah, well, at least it's nice to say goodbye to you, since we actually have had... I've had a number of years with her, and I suppose she's more of a character in my history and my memories than Teddy. Teddy's just cute. Now, I wonder, who can remember 3 years ago, December? See, I'm still trying to be a poet. But I didn't intend to be. Hello, Floppy. Yeah, your ears are not looking good. It's almost like she's getting carcinomas or something. 3 years ago this time of the year, there was a hyena den active up on... or the den up on Cheetah Gary Main Junction was active. There were 2 youngsters, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Floppy ear. But I'm open to correction. I'm open to it possibly being someone else. So if anybody remembers the hyena den up there, Lynn, I know, might have kept track of that. I know Sharon in Austria would have, but Sharon unfortunately not with us. Anyway, just to conclude about the snail. So, yeah, some people have eaten them in the past. In some places, well, in particular in southeastern Tanzania. Oh, there go a pair of Wahlbergs. No, it's the African hawk eagles hunting. And they're chasing a bird. They're chasing a dove. Oh, it's just below the tree line. Wow. They came in from the left and they did this sort of 180 in the air. Both of them chasing a dove. That must be quite frightening for a dove. Have 2 powerful eagles like that on your tail. Anyways, that way. Christine wants to know what happened to the hyena's ear. I haven't the faintest idea, Christine. Could have been mangled in a fight. She could have been born like that. She was like that when I first saw her 3 years ago. She's an old girl, she's not a youngster. But I'm assuming you mean the right ear that's floppy, that's bent over. And her left ear has been chewed on, by the looks of things. But I'm also thinking there might be sun damage. You know, they're seeing cheetah, I think, in places that are starting to get sun damage. And I know that domestic animals that spend a lot of time outside nowadays, because of increased risks of skin cancer, I noticed that domestic animals, especially pale white animals, are at risk. I've known a couple of white cats that have developed skin cancer on their ears. So I don't know. That left ear of hers is looking, every time I want to look at it, she puts her head down. It's looking a bit otherwise. But anyways, in southeastern Tanzania, where I lived for a while, a big game reserve, we used to find middens of snail shells that could have only been accumulated by humans, because it wouldn't have been a natural, and they were invariably always in a termite mound, in a hole in a termite mound. Those were middens, human middens. It's like you get early civilization that had middens of periwinkles and other marine gastropods, mollusks. And I do know that some cultures crush that shell up and use it as a calcium supplement. And then, I can't remember who it was, but somebody asked the lifespan of those snails. Well, I've calculated some of them to be 20, some of the really big ones that I've found, up to 20 years, based on the growth rings. I'd say they probably average maybe 10 to 15 years, but I think a lot of it depends on the amount of rainfall and the amount of moisture, humidity in the air, because those snails can only come out of the ground during weather like this. And sometimes in a dry year, and they end up only spending a few days a year of the entire year above ground feeding. They don't feed when they burrow down. They burrow down into the ground at the base of trees and into termite mounds to wait out the dry periods. And you can actually, if you take a living snail, you can go back in time through the rings, the growth rings on the snail, to see the years that were good and wet because of the size of the growth period in the shell. I wouldn't say this is active. But she is here with her the two middle-sized youngsters are missing. The other hawk eagle's behind you now, coming into this tree. Hello. You're coming, you missed your prey, you did. Only one of them. But that might land up there. Yes. Yes, please. Thank you. Where's your mate though? Unless this is the juvenile, because this one came from the same place the two adults came from. And the two adults flew off chasing something. I'm thinking maybe this is the youngster that they've been flying. Can't see any color from here. But let's move on. Let's go and find some sign of our queen. Dawn wants to know at what age can hyenas still give birth, and I have to say I haven't the faintest idea. Yeah, I've read reports of hyenas being so many different, having such different longevities. Somewhere you'll read 12 to 15 years, another place you'll read 25 to 30. Then you hear stories of a hyena that has lived to 45 years in captivity. I wonder how something can live to 45 years in captivity, yet its lifespan in the wild is only 12 to 15, if that. So it's not easy to be able to answer that question from my point of view personally, because I've never been able to watch the same hyena consistently over a period of time to be able to know that. Studies invariably have been done I suppose on the same clan somewhere, and people have obviously established some sort of pattern maybe with hyenas, and so there might be an answer out there, but Dawn, sorry, I couldn't tell you because I simply don't know. I don't know whether it is 8 or 10 or 6 or 15 or 20. I haven't the faintest idea. You know, when a lot of my knowledge comes from reading, obviously, but most of what it is just living with it and understanding it in a different way. I'm not a scientific, I'm not an academic person, so I haven't done studies on these things to be able to establish things like that. And while I have read a number of scientific papers, that's one that I haven't read. So it's just one of those things. I've never come across any information that tells me the breeding age of hyenas and when they stop. Oh wait, it's Tara's turn. Okay. It's Tara's turn. Okay, at Impala Plains. Alright, talk to you in a bit. I can drink my tea now.
Hi everybody. So I'm wearing my special hat today.
You're supposed to say, hi, welcome to Djuma, my name's Tar.
Oh yeah, hello! Welcome!
I don't know if I've ever been in this seat.
No, I don't think you have either. Because last time we said goodbye, I was sitting with you.
Yeah, and then you took Sapiwe out.
Yeah, I took Sapiwe out, and then you took Herman out, and I took Craig out, kicking and screaming.
So last time was different. Last time we knew we were coming back.
Exactly, that is the difference. That is the difference. Actually, maybe we should go up via Rebecca's Road.
I'd say we have to go, because Henry was talking about something she was last seen up here going west.
Oh, okay. I missed that bit of information, yeah. I think you maybe just handle the radio so that we don't confuse them. Yeah, definitely musical chairs drive. Who was that from? Ah, hi Heather. Good morning to you. Definitely musical chairs drive. Oh.
Evidently two. Let's go there.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you to everybody getting up early and staying up late to be with us this morning.
Would you guys mind not having a long phone conversation on the radio?
Yeah. Let me get a word in edgeways.
It's like they're going to talk about the last 5 drives, what they've seen.
See, this is when I don't like having my smell working. I can actually smell the flowers from the silver cluster leaf trees.
You don't like your smell working?
I don't like my smell working with
you
the
can just switch
silver
it off
cluster.
at will.
Well, it doesn't work.
No,
I don't know what I've done.
But evidently Karula was somewhere around here. I must still try and find out. And then also evidently the tracks are 2 male lions coming east from the gate.
Okay.
Henry, come in. Yeah, I didn't copy it too well earlier. Which side was Karula's and Cornwall? Copy. Heading down Impala Plains. I'll go up that way. Oh, now he's saying east. Okay, where did they find that? Alright, thanks.
So where do we need to go?
We need to see if these other big cats have come this way. So we'll check on Triple M. He says that no, she was now. I thought he said west earlier from PC Kaya, Zoe's Road. But now he's saying east towards the Hyena Den. And then Rebecca's Road. But then he says the Mvula was Mvularing. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Mvularing. But the rain's covered up her track, so we'd have to we'd have to find more tracks. But I'd say let's check Triple M for those big males. Said that it might be the Kahuma boys.
That'd be nice to see how they're doing.
That must be a new baby. Turn the camera already, camera person.
Yeah.
She's gone now. You're too slow.
So it doesn't count unless we have it on camera.
Doesn't count unless we have it on camera. Okay.
She has gone.
Look, there's the baby. Look how big they are. I better get on camera.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see actually.
The two.
Sure. Actually, there was two, wasn't there? We thought there was one that died and one that.
There were two indeed.
But no, evidently both survived.
It's not easy.
It's very nice to see. Crowned lapwings. Okay, I'm going to just try and see if I can move a little bit.
Okay.
So we're at least slightly level.
I want to try to get one of the little bears, the little one with its mother.
Bet they're loving this soft soil now after all the rain yesterday. Do we have any idea how much rain actually fell yesterday?
Well, I know the day before Nick said, Ryan said 50 mils at Arathusa.
But I don't know if we had. And apparently yesterday at Chitwa there was no rain.
Really?
Yeah, Nikki said no. So did you guys go out? I said no, we had lots of rain. She said really? I was sitting on a Chitwa with no rain.
Maybe she didn't know so much. Could have been raining.
No, it's still quite
So
far
there's
from us
one
though.
of the babies that I got on camera now. It's almost looking like there it's with an adult.
Actually, all four are going to be in shot. You've got the two youngsters on the right and actually the two adults on the left now.
Okay, there you got both youngsters now. In frame. It was nice to know they survived.
Okay, so people want to take screenshots. We haven't been able to get screenshots of us both turning around to the camera.
Okay. Alright. Let's go to Triple M and see if there are any tracks of those cats.
Where did they say those tracks came over at the top?
West, east from the gate.
East from the gate, so maybe we should take
Past one
up towards Sandy Patch then,
yeah,
rather
but
than
I
doing...
just want to check on the road here to see if they didn't come down this way on the road.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't particularly want to do that stretch of Triple M if we can avoid it.
Yeah, just to see if they... We'll just check quick turnaround.
Ooh, white-tailed mongoose was here.
Yeah, I noticed the white-tailed mongoose tracks where that snail was.
Out and about. gotta get a baby impala on camera.
Oh,
it's very, very young, hey? Excuse me. Let's go around on Triple M. I'll go around on Triple M. She's heading that way. Good morning, Mary. And I bet you're really excited. Mary's going to be coming over to South Africa.
And Mary the Yaga.
Didn't
Mary
say, but I
Canada.
think so. I'm sure it's Mary. Yeah, I'm sure it's Mary in Canada. Yeah. It is Mary from Canada.
Back to South Africa. A bit of what? No track.
There we go. Oh, we got a roller rolling as well.
Yeah.
Funny though, the European rollers aren't back yet.
Yeah. First week of December. Anybody want to send their guesses in?
Yeah. I don't think baby likes the wetness on its fur. You can see shaking its feet. She's very nervous, hey? I wonder if something did come through here. But there's no tracks that I can see along here.
No. Can we go down to where
So-
that branch is just to see which way that elephant went?
Oh, is there an elephant?
I'm assuming an elephant that left it there.
Oh, but you didn't hear anything on the radio.
No. Yeah, here is tracks. Well, there were some tracks there. Leaves here. Looks like he went back into there.
And Mary wants to know if there's any special blooms you need to look out for down here in the Lowveld.
Special blooms
Special blooms.
to do what?
To see flowers.
Yeah, there's a whole book full.
I suppose she means just any particular flowers that are only going to be flowering now. I reckon some of the lilies.
After this rain, some of the lilies will be flowering. When's Mary coming?
I don't know, I can't remember now. I think it's in the next couple of weeks, isn't it?
Might even
Does
be.
Mary say in the email, Nick? I forget. I think it's in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. Please bring me a cougar. Still would love to see one of
Might be
those.
flowering.
Sure, that baby is so tiny. Oh, she really is not wanting to play. Okay, I'm gonna get to the junction here. And you can take over once again. Actually, just while we're here, I want to show everyone the flower of the silver cluster leaf because it's, it's. I can smell it.
I've seen a couple in.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, I really don't like that smell at all. Sweaty, sticky, sweaty feet.
I'm going
To me.
A little higher up, there's some beetles on some of the flowers.
Oh, and I can hear my sunbird. It was tormenting me outside my room yesterday. Kept hearing it and I couldn't see it.
Amethyst flower chasers.
Oh, where? Oh,
Some
up
of
there.
those flowers.
Oh, nice. Amethyst.
Not amethyst, emerald. Emerald. Amethyst purple.
Yeah. So emerald's flower chafers. I can't speak. And all the gulls there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Should do it. I get in, I got to slide the seat all the way back. Tara gets in, she's got to slide the seat all the way forward. Oh yeah, I haven't driven with a tracker for a while. Well, Herman always used to sit there at the end of drive. It is, especially when you've got lion at your feet, or leopard, or elephant in your face. Ronaman. Flowers this time of year.
It's already driven up here.
Really? Who was looking for elephants? Let's see if he wanted.
What's our mongoose person?
That one. Which station looking for in Globe?
Hello.
Not yet. I'm also looking, but there are some fresh tracks, fresh leaves and branches on Triple M at Impala Plains. Might have gone back into the west.
So you said that I'm calling for one Madonna.
Yeah, but, and leaves and branches on the road. It's quite fresh from early this morning.
Okay, got the yard, run that net already. Got it all the way in a southerly direction, straight into double M. I've been on the course for thanks, man.
Okay, copied. Yeah, I can't do Triple M, so I didn't follow up. There were some kudu deep in. What's rattling? The bonnet's rattling because Tara's sitting on it. Who did?
I did.
After the rain.
Just after the rain. Oh my gosh, mongoose with just flat tires. Actually, well, it's just turned off.
Yeah, it's a seat line. But if I go back, I'm going to go over it. One hyena track. Interesting how these fingers of cloud have become thicker. So that elephant walked all the way south to down Triple M. Oh, that's a big hyena. Gee whiz. Maybe floppy here. Okay, you want to see Tara's eyes get really big? Trying to see what happens if you brake suddenly. One flower you need to look for, Mary, is the flame lily. Gloriosa. What else? I think what else would be lovely? Lovely. Lovely. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air. Oh yeah, with Patrick. Very first time Karula and the Cubs were seen. That's right, yes, I remember now.
Standing by. That is put it on dollar track. Did you get it on Gary Gate itself? No, just a little bit south. Not far, maybe 100 meters from Gary Gate where the fire break is. On the Mundine fire break, or the main fire break there. From that fire break will be down the left on the main road. Yes, on the main road then, also near
Uh-huh. Two male lion somewhere. Well, from what I'm understanding, just this side of the gate, about 100 meters this side of the gate, they moved in, they crossed into Voyeurs, heading east. Two males. That?
Any tracks here?
No, nothing here yet. So it's either here or Voyeurs access, or they've gone up to Biffles or Cutline. But they would have crossed through before Sandy Patch maybe. We could try a little bit of Voyeurs access road, but I think we need to short circuit the process and go up towards Sydney's Dam. If they were heading east, they will somewhere they'll cross either Sandy Patch North or Biffles or Cutline. Or Voyeurs access road. Lots of Impala. Not lots, a few. Are there? A few. Hello, Impala. And children. A lot of these new babies don't know the vehicles yet. And they get quite curious. And then you stop and watch them. And then they relax. And they don't know the sound of the vehicle starting up yet. And they jump. And it's actually... Lots of Impala tracks. Okay, look out for Impala. Pardon? Kudu. Okay, so there's no Ngalam Konzo on Impala Road. If anyone copied that. Right. Somebody's been here already. Wet roads like this, one has to play millipede slalom. Take your eyes off the road for a minute, you might just not miss one. Nothing at all. Gotta be on Buffalo's a cut on then. Unless they're still in the block. The size and the weight of big male lion, and the ground is soft and wet as it is, they're not going to be hard to see these tracks. So I'm fairly confident that with the tracker on the front of the Ganda and the four of our four eyes, plus my extra two. Oh, there's a giraffe. Okay, we'll go to the giraffe in a minute. Oh, you want to go back onto... I'm pretty confident we haven't missed these tracks. Oh, what's that? It was waterbuck running up there onto the damn wall. Oops. I think we just hit a record for a morning drive. 1102. Thanks, that's quite amazing. Hello everybody, welcome to Djuma. Hopefully signal good. Pardon? Which station following up on Ngala? Have you been around Sydney's Dam yet, Darren? Okay, I'm not copying you. I'll get hold of you in a minute. Okay, let's go see those giraffes. There was a water bucket just ran over the dam wall. I mean the wall of the dam. I'm not cussing, swearing. Oh, black-bellied coron flying overhead. They must be in the block still. Either that or they crossed over back into Simbambili. Good morning, Mrs. G. This is the old lady with the missing tail. We haven't seen her for a while. Unless it's another giraffe that's missing the tip of her tail. I think it's her. And the youngster. Oh, that's strange. There's a youngster that's also missing its tail. What's this? The giraffe rejects family. She's still lactating. Maybe she's lactating again. Because that youngster can't be drinking, surely. One of the other youngsters, 3 youngsters, is she babysitting maybe? I'm going to move forward so we can look back on them. We also get better light. Now that's quite unusual to have 2 giraffes with the tip of their tail missing in the same little group. Lion maybe. Yeah, she's got claw marks on her rump. Lion holding on to the back of a giraffe, biting its tail. Maybe the bite getting septic and falling off. Maybe it being bitten off. Ah, there's Darren. This is the youngster with the tail missing. Now we can't see the big female, but I don't know if can you see some of those scratch marks on her rump?
It's just there. I didn't notice them actually.
One more moment with the light.
Oh, there, yeah. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see them.
Okay. Morning. Good, and you? Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Very good.
Good. I've done all the way from Triple M at Impala Plains to here along Impala Road, Sanipets North. They haven't crossed there.
They just crossed vertical access down the game path and then
So then they're in that block.
where?
But which game path? That one that comes like from One Eye Panway?
No, this one just comes from the... As you come onto the access road,
Yeah.
literally 10 meters down this game path moving and the track movies.
So maybe that dump.
I went to the rubbish dump and I couldn't see anything there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. They crossed into the block near the dump and then levitated.
Grew wings. Drinking Red Bull. You see two giraffe here, both adult and a youngster got no tail.
Good. Say again?
The adult female and one of the youngsters is missing the tip of their tail. Nice claw marks on the back.
Yeah.
Scars. Okay, so those lion are hiding.
And Karula? Nothing.
Evidently she was somewhere. Zoe's heading east, sort of Rebecca's way.
Yeah, go. No, negative, not good.
Alright, well, we're going to head on.
Where are you heading to?
I'm going to go I'll go back down Aubrey's, and I want to go back down towards Rebecca's, maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to see if we can get back on this trail and see what
Okay.
direction they've gone. Try and maybe do a bit of walking in there.
Interesting that the chairs swivel.
Photographic vehicle. Yeah. Purely for that reason. It's actually got, usually gets mounts. So
Yeah.
each and every vehicle, every photographer can have the
Wow.
camera and everything.
Oh, wow.
Quite,
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. Are you guys still broadcast?
This is our last. We were supposed to end yesterday, but with the rain we couldn't go out, so we're doing one last fling this morning.
And then no camp out. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
So that one buff ran across from Simbombili fire break all the way through to near the rubbish dump, and he's grumpy as all hell. So he's probably following those lines. You probably can see them.
Or they've probably been harassing him.
Probably arrested.
Alright, enjoy your day.
Good luck, man. They had in Djuma last night.
Did they?
Yeah, Central Drakensberg Junction.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Sure, he travelled there.
And he was growling at another Ingwe in the area, so I don't know if you want to go check that area.
That's where little White Clot's son used to hang out. Okay.
You might get lucky around that area. I'm going to loop around this area. If I find these lines, I'll let you know.
Cool. Looks like my friend Gino. Darren, looks like my friend Gino. So, request was to go and see the Stichosaurus. For those of you who don't know, yeah. Hello, Jennifer. How are you, Jennifer? Oh wait, we got to swap. Jennifer was asking how come insects don't decompose like other things. And the reason for that, Jennifer, if I could find, I don't know if I have any insect skeletons lying around. The reason for that is because insects are ground scraper thrush are there. Insects, being arthropods, as with spiders and other arthropods, have an exoskeleton. Their skeleton is on the outside, so all the soft stuff is on the inside, as opposed to all the vertebrates, which have the skeleton on the inside and all the soft stuff on the outside. And it's all the soft stuff that decomposes, and it's the hard stuff that remains. With animals, with the vertebrates, it's the bone, the internal skeleton that we see lying around after they die, and, well, especially the stuff that's not eaten. But insects, you could keep insect skeletons indefinitely. I think if you have a look at any of the museums, any natural history museum anywhere in the world, one of the things that will last forever are the insect skeletons. It's hard chitinous material. It's in fact, if you for some insects, the darker the chitin, the darker the skeleton, the harder the substance. That's why you find things like crabs and scorpions that have pinchers, or spiders that have chelicerae or fangs. The tips are always black because those are the hardest portions of those particular creatures. So, hope that answers your question. Okay, Tara's turn.
I've got my special shirt.
Your special shirt on? Oh, okay. Some people might think you're a Sharks fan.
Really?
Black and white.
I did promise everybody I would be wearing my my top, my special top. So here it is. Still a little bit chilly actually, but together with
My foot is stuck. I can't maneuver in this small place. There we go.
So yes, this is the special top. So hopefully we'll have some luck. But it gets better.
Now I've got a friend family with that shirt.
It's been with me for many, many years.
What's Darren saying?
I'll find out now. No, don't go channel 1. We can't hear you on channel 1. You're going to talk to him. I'm going to start driving.
On channel 1 now, maybe. Darren, come in. Darren, come in.
Where's reversing?
I don't know if he's still with the giraffe.
Could be.
Those cats have popped out. Huh. Well, maybe let's just go back and see.
Interference on the radio. We're starting to get its
I didn't copy. Did you find them?
casing of sand and soil.
Oh, handheld doesn't work too well. Did you find them?
Negative. Still quite soft because of all the rain. But actually, this part is quite perfect, but it's obviously been sitting there for quite a while because this bit's quite flat. So whoever made this has obviously had quite a lot of experience with it. already. But this is probably going to have an egg inside of it, and for some reason it obviously got disturbed and didn't get a chance to bury it, because they would have actually have dug underneath. So this would be sitting on the ground. They'd have dug underneath and pushed out the soil to the side, and then this drops a little bit, and dig a little bit more, push it out to the side, and it drops a little bit more, and it probably takes about 5 minutes for this whole thing to be flush with the surface. And they'll keep digging down for another few centimetres or even a couple of metres. But all this sand and grit will obviously help to create quite a hard casing on the outside. But I've actually seen a couple of times where the nest has been dug up by honey badgers, and you actually just find the whole casing cracked open, and on the inside it's quite smooth, quite worn away, where obviously the grubs have been feeding, and that's exactly what the honey badger's going after. Back in the same place, you never know, so we might come back to claim it.
Okay, now he's just watching the giraffe.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, I think... So I'm thinking if Karula went east, maybe we should check out Philemon's Cut Line, Philemon's Dip, Tree House. That's what I'm thinking. And I did promise to tell a story, which I was actually going to talk about yesterday. Hello.
Would that be considered a stunt?
I think it would be, eh, with the vehicle going.
I think I'd get a job in Hollywood. Stunt man.
Well, you never know, eh? Never know.
Rhino.
A whole new change in career.
There's flowers.
Also, are you going to keep a lookout for flowers?
Yeah.
Because I want to show everybody our mascot for today. From Penny. It's beautiful, hey?
Yeah.
Thanks, Penny, if you're watching. I had to bring him with.
Why they didn't beat that year?
Well, that's what I want to know, but maybe there was something to do with, I don't know. I thought it might have been difficult. Maybe this was all wrapped around and they wouldn't have been able to do that one. So I don't know.
That's like a Persian carpet. There's a flaw. There has to be a flaw.
Oh, you don't mean the floor that it sits on?
Elephant.
Yeah, you should have done. Not the floor that it sits on.
The what that it sits on?
I thought you were talking about a Persian carpet sitting on the floor.
I am.
Yes. Oh, okay. Then I
Persian
suddenly
rug.
thought that you were actually being serious. There was actually a floor in the Persian rug.
Oh, okay. See, I'm slow. Okay. Evidently, every Persian or kilim has got to have a floor in the floor. On the floor of. Never mind. I think he just forgot.
Yeah, maybe, eh?
But I think it makes it more valuable. I did bring.
That's the rhino. That's the rhino for today. That was his tracks.
That was his track. I brought one of my.
It's gonna fall off.
Something that lives in my pocket. I don't even know if anyone can see these.
We'll have to stop next time and show. And I actually did promise my auntie when she gave it to me. This is my auntie that gives me the purple hats and wonderful crazy things. So it's the first and last time it's going to be on drive. Now this was supposed to be a screen wiper for this screen here. So there you go. Used it. But yeah, she always manages to find crazy things. It's brilliant. Wonderful sense of humour.
Elephant. Going that way.
Okay.
We'd be heroes if we find an elephant. There are a couple of guys that are desperate. Well, I think it's the guests that are desperate.
We've got hyena tracks going this way again. Unless we try on Vubu Road. Maybe we should take on Vubu Road down towards Philemon's.
Somebody's driven over
Yeah,
these
someone's already
elephant
driven
tracks.
over them. And they also go on the road still. And we go off down here. So maybe in Vubu Road then. Yeah,
Somebody's done.
somebody's already done. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Try on Vubu Road down towards Philemon's.
Yeah, and then we can do
Dip.
the dam and we can go and see the Stichosaurus. An exceptionally rare creature. It is not limited to Africa alone. I believe some people have some people have written in to say that they have Stichosauruses too. Yes, my flower. You know what? I wonder if it wasn't eaten because I've made such a fuss about it.
Well, that one and the lily.
And the lily. Yeah, every flower, every beautiful flower I find and make a fuss over, something comes up and eats it immediately after we photograph it. Some animals got a warped sense of humour.
I think animals do though. Animals definitely do have
Well, you know,
a sense of humour.
I might have, you know what I mean. I have mentioned it
You're getting
before.
worse than me.
I have. When I was in the Salou and I had all my trees that I was growing, I used to grow them in margarine tubs on the deck of my tent. And my big friend elephant, my big elephant friend, yeah, but he was a big friend elephant, Joseph used to come along and torment me. I think they're talking about those Chinon Cranberry boundaries.
Yeah.
Between the two of us, we
Yeah,
both got
both-
the radios
yeah.
down. They're talking about an elephant on Lion Fan. Out of our jurisdiction.
Where? Did I get it? Did I miss it? Because I was looking over there.
Sunshine on a cloudy day.
Definitely a sun worshipper. I should have been a lemur actually. Lemurs sit like that. Yeah.
A lemur or a sun gazer? I'm not
yes.
calling you a lizard.
Oh yes, people want to get a picture of us both, so we need to stop and...
But I didn't shave this morning because my geezer's not working, so I don't know what water. Nick, can you fix my geezer, please?
It's one of those self-timers. Gotta look at the camera. 1, 2, 3.
If anyone was quick enough for
yeah,
that.
exactly. Hello!
Hello, everybody.
Welcome on board with the rhino. Gotta have the rhino there.
South Africa, our beadwork
is actually quite exquisite.
It is exquisite.
It is. I mean, they've actually got some large animal heads and things like that done in beads in the lodge, and they are beautiful. I mean, there's the warthog there is incredible. It is, I don't even know how they start to do these things. Yeah. I mean, I can see there's the framework, but I mean, still, just putting it all together, it's It is amazing. Amazing.
Challenge your driving skills. See how long the Rhino can stay on the dashboard.
Yeah. Going into a dip. Actually, I think every dip somebody's nearly lost the camera person, and not just me. What are you doing with my radio?
I've got it.
Oh.
Not much point in having both of them on the same time.
Actually, you were talking about something. What were you talking about? Something.
I was?
Yeah, you were.
Remind me?
Yeah, it was just before. It was something to do with an elephant eating something in your margarine tub.
Oh, my trees. Joseph the elephant. He'd torment me by actually succeeding. I'd be sitting on my deck tending to my little miniature trees, and he'd come and put his tusks in my face, and his trunk would hover over, and I had probably 100 trees in the margarine tubs, all of them little saplings, because I used to germinate seed all the time, and I had a number of baobabs, and his trunk would hover over all of them, and then he'd find a baobab and he'd pluck it, or he'd pick it up if it was a little bit dry. He'd pick it up with the margarine tub, drop it at his feet, stand on the little margarine tub to pluck the little, it's a little baobab. He probably couldn't even taste it, but he would stand there chewing on it as though it was the tastiest morsel he had ever seen or felt or tasted in his life. Yeah, Ellie's. There's an Ellie at the dam.
It's ready to go.
Going that way. Unless he's been there already, but that's quite fresh. So these buffalo
The
tracks.
buffaloes, lots of buffalo tracks.
But there was an elephant and he slipped in the mud. There's a raptor.
Ooh,
What cool. Oh, him.
woodland kingfisher. Oh, gone.
Thanks, Woodland.
Choo.
Would have been
Oh
difficult.
no, this is actually quite open now.
Yeah. Problem is, as soon as I climb up on the back, it's likely to chase a bird.
Yep.
Buffalo slipping in the mud. Slip sliding away.
I remember this is actually where we saw Mishu eating guinea fowl, and he left a guinea fowl to chase another guinea fowl that's being chased by an eagle.
Really?
Yeah, and he went off in there.
Zebra wood in flower.
Easy to see.
Easy to see, it's not easy to jump on the back and turn the camera.
Oh, there.
But I will.
Oh, nice. Oh, you were sitting on your binoculars.
Was that why it was so uncomfortable?
Yes. And I'm definitely going to have to put my jacket back on. It's got a bit chilly again.
Focus, camera, focus. Focus, camera, focus.
Hi, Rose. Howdy. Is it Rose or Roz?
Rose in Texas. Where's that sticky one? That's
Oh, it's just spelled. Okay, so it's not Roz in Texas. Hi, Rose. And apparently Rose is filming this drive for everybody as well. I'm sure that hopefully there's a few people that's going to be putting it up on YouTube. So unfortunately, we can't actually record anything now. Gee, it looks like there's a gall there or something as well. I don't know where you
Yeah,
are.
no, there are always calls on Zebrawood. It's like the Terminators of all the
Yeah.
calls. Let's see if I can find it now.
And there's one just on this branch next
Yeah.
to me. Quite a nice one. Do you know if it's a wasp or a midgie or something?
Midge, not
Yeah,
midgie.
midge.
It's not sure on this particular plant. But wasps and midges are not.
Mark, come in.
Go for Mark.
Yeah, these, I'm going with...
Oh,
Can you hold
sure.
it up
Yeah.
there?
Let me just try and drive out the
The
dip.
last bit of that, where did you see that?
Ah.
Okay, copy, thanks. Excellent, thanks.
Ah, so maybe that waterbuck.
Biffles of cut line to Sydney's Dam.
Yeah, maybe that waterbuck did see them.
Yeah. Darren, come in. Now, as I got to Sydney's Dam, before I got to those Lamiti, there was a waterbuck that was spooked by something, ran over the other side of Sydney's Dam wall, but I still didn't see anything at the dam though. Okay.
Okay. Well, I was going to drive up here so it was easier for you.
Huh?
I was driving up here so it was easier for you.
Goodness for running board. They're there so that you can run along the side. See blue in that tree. Just from this distance I can see that electric blue. Sunshine. Oh, I said that already.
Wow, 1,162 viewers.
Wow.
Sure. Okay, we really need to find Karuna now. No pressure.
No, no pressure.
No pressure. Or an Ellie. Ellie hasn't made it to the dam yet.
Maybe it was during the night.
Randy! Good morning to you, Randy, in Iowa. Good to hear from you. Ah, okay. So we take Twin Dams Road then.
Actually, I should have stayed on the back.
Okay. Oh, for your Stichosaurus.
And the hippo and just the dam in general.
Where are you seeing a hippo?
There were 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
They're hiding.
I didn't see
There
them.
was a francolin chirping down here too.
Yeah.
To keep our eyes open. So
Sorry.
glad I could amuse you.
I'm easily amused, eh? Hello,
Oh,
thick knee.
stop a sec. There's such a beautiful light on this. Never mind.
The thick knee. Yeah, the thick knee is just running along the side there. Okay, I'm gonna just try and stop here. Where's... Randy, where did the name Gunda come from? Gunda is tractor in Shangaan, and because this does sound like one, the name kind of stuck. We got the Gunda. Hearing a squirrel as well, and there's something else.
Something down here.
There is a battalier in the sky though.
Yeah, but the battalier is high up and none of these things shot for battalier.
I'm hearing crested barbet. There they are, they're still shouting. I wonder if it's dry enough for us to go and scratch around in there. Maybe we should check out that little 2-track that runs down.
Maybe I should just lock the camera off. You drive, I'll walk through.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Let's just go see the tracks on the other side.
Sorry, Hippo. No, Hippo don't want to play. Did you get your stick? Your stick to source.
Showing everybody the camera now.
Ah, yes. So Teddy's more popular than Karula. Everybody wants to see Teddy. We went to the Heineken this morning. Teddy wasn't available. Had a prior engagement. But we'll see if we can maybe swing past there a little bit later. Maybe when it warms up, he might come out. She might come out.
With a bit of sun, I'll be sunning outside.
That's what I'm hoping. Spiderweb again. Hello, Hadida. Hello. Yeah, it's looking quite muddy still. I can't do that.
The way Herman does it.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to hit your throat. See, I don't like doing that. Who was that? Bev. Bev's saying Karula ranks higher. Oh, P-Bear. Yeah, my favourite flower. Venus's Bath, Camelina. Gotta get my favourite flower. Won't sound right if I say flower for the ladies. So Mark, you still...
You can say flower for the guys.
Flower for the guys. The orange-breasted bushwhack. They're still chirping away.
Yeah.
I think this is just looking at that. It is a little bit wet.
Yeah.
A bit too wet.
It might be Wahlbergs or something.
The Wandering Dew. I don't know why. I think it might just be the colour or something. But there's just something very...
said because you can break a part of the plant off and it can disperse and grow. Like the diaspora of the dew.
Okay.
Break off the dew and plant them anywhere and they can grow. Look at me.
Yeah. Or break it apart. So if we break a leg off, is it going to grow?
Yeah, another Mark will grow.
Mark, you're 1 in a million. No, you're 1 in 6 million. Billion. You are unique. $400 users in chat, my word. Is anybody getting a word in edgeways?
How do you follow it?
I know, I was struggling last night. I was like, nyong, nyong.
Go to the side.
got anything there. Hippo. Karula. Hello. Where are you likely to be, lady? She's probably just sitting outside FC. Probably in that drainage line. Saying, where are you guys? I'm here, I'm waiting. You're standing by?
Yes, sorry, Tara. I'm looking for Darren, but
Oh, Darren.
Now they crossing to Coro, but they're heading south with the public. So yeah, I'm on
It was odd. Calling me. The cheetah crossing over into Ankoro. Southern black tit. Bit may fro, bit may fro. Oh yes! I keep getting distracted in my rhino story. Okay, so I was telling everybody yesterday about having a connection with the animals and the fact that when I was working with captive rhino, that's when I really truly started to understand the behaviour, and I think without working with them so closely I probably never would have picked up the subtleties in wild rhino that there is. I'm wondering, maybe we should check down this little 2-track down towards the drainage line. What do you reckon?
Look at that track. Let's rather cover some ground and see if we can find some tracks.
Fair enough. But there was this one night, and the rhinos, it would take a little while to actually build up a relationship. They didn't, sort of take to you immediately. You'd have to put a little bit of effort and work into it. But once you had that bond, once you had that connection, sure, they would trust you. And I didn't realise that I had that bond really. I mean, I could actually ask them to do things, but it was this particular day that I realised, sure, I've actually got a really good friendship with this rhino. And he actually would not come in one night. I can't remember what I was. I think I was working with something else at the time, and this other girl was trying to get the rhinos in. And the rhinos, because there was a new section to the house being built, they were out in the field all day, and they came back and there's this new section that had been built, and they just didn't like it. They're routine animals and they don't like breaking the routine. They get very upset, and this new smell was just totally alien to them, and they had to walk through this gate to get to the old part, and they just wouldn't come in. They would not. They just kept going to the edge and not going in. They were like, no, I don't want to, not at all. So I said, no, I'll come over and see if I can give you a hand. I didn't know what I was going to do. You can't exactly start pushing the rhino through the gate. Oh, I don't know. That was something I want to see.
More than a squirrel.
Yeah, it was bigger than a squirrel. Had a long, fluffy tail. There. No. What did you use? I saw a tail about this long and dark.
I
Quite
saw
bushy.
a bit of light on it though, also. But I don't know what was pale and what was animal.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. I don't.
Yeah, it looked very odd.
But there's a group of Nyala standing here.
So they weren't too worried about
They
it.
weren't concerned about anything.
Where did they go?
Into that thicket.
Oh. Sure. I didn't run over a piece that would actually leave nice tracks either. Oh. You're sleeping, Mark.
Camera's not.
1,700.
What?
Oh. See, now I get a bit confused because I think all the other platforms, I think, feed into Wild Earth, and I think that is the total. But if it's not, then we've got 1,700 viewers. Sure. Welcome everybody. Great to have everybody on board this morning. And we're still looking for Karula. Still looking. Oh, with the sun coming out, maybe it's worth us going back towards the hyena den. Go and have a look around Treehouse Dam maybe. Did you get the Nyala on camera?
Just briefly.
Briefly. Okay, well, I'll finish my story and then you can take over. So I went over to go and help with the rhino. And I said, have you tried food? Yes, I've tried food. Have you tried this? Yes, I've tried this. And there was a few things. So I thought, well, I'll just give it a go and start calling them. And I called them, and the big male, his name was Hookah. He actually started to respond. He started walking towards the gate. And he actually put a foot over the threshold. And I thought, sure, that's further than what has happened before. And I just kept on calling him. And he actually trusted me enough to come in. He was actually taking fairy steps for a rhino. He was sort of like this, and sort of looking around him. Sort of, what on earth is this smell? This strange smell, the look, everything. So he actually trusted me enough to walk through the threshold of this new gate and started walking. The other male rhino was still not completely sure about it, and he came in backwards, but his rump was touching the other male. I think there was probably about a year's difference between them. So he came in backwards, rump touching Hookah's. So he's coming in like this, looking out around, and Hookah's walking in forward. And as soon as they got to the bit that they knew, they were fine. They went straight in. But I didn't have food. It was literally just a bond that we obviously had built up, and I didn't realise how strong it was until that day. And I went back after 6 years. After I left, I went back after 6 years last year, and I called him, and he picked up his head, put up his ears, and actually started walking up towards where I was. I was blown away, absolutely blown away. And as I say, I mean, if you had any other person shout or calling his name, you know, saw it so often with new people working with the rhinos. You know, they could call the names and they'd be like ignoring, so carry on grazing. But after you've worked with them for a little while, they start trusting you and responding to you. So we had some Nyala on screen, so I'm going to let Mark take over. I just wanted to let you know that story because somebody was asking about connections and things like that with the animals.
You got hiccups again?
Who?
You?
Me? No, not this time.
No, not this time.
I'm going to reach the pedals.
No comment. I just like sitting higher.
Oh yeah, I've got a cool little seat back.
Gee, look at all these ticks.
Oh, nice.
Wow. If you brushed against this branch when you got out, you'd have some on you.
Did I?
I don't know, but
I don't think so.
they don't seem to be active.
Thankfully. Oh, did I get?
Here's one that fell off because I breathed on it.
I found one in my room the other day. I have no idea how that got there.
I fell down my sleeve.
Oh no! Fail! Sun's coming out.
Indeed. Okay, I'll try to put the tick back on the branch, but it doesn't want to go there. Just waiting for an animal to brush past them. And they pick up the body warmth and they pick up the carbon monoxide. Carbon dioxide. As soon as I breathed on them, they started moving around. But there got to be 100 odd ticks in the ends of these branches. Okay. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl's saying that that animal we had a brief glimpse of was the fluffy-tailed pangolin.
Of course.
The elusive fluffy-tailed pangolin. Why didn't I think of that? Actually, you know what? If we're going to go to Rebecca's and up to, let's go to the den, as Tara said. Let's do a little loop through Treehouse Dam. And since 2 days ago we saw that big orchid, and it's no good looking at it now because we'll be looking into the sun. We're going to stop and have a last look at the other big orchid, the other subspecies that is such a pretty thing. Pretty little thing. This side or that side? That is the question.
Well,
North-
I'll put the bonnet again.
North Road or South Road? If you want to.
The dollar was coloring somewhere around line time.
Oh, there's some ferns. Ferns.
So you can see the asparagus.
There's a lot of asparagus. Yeah, protasparagus. So Djuma was evidently up on Drakensberg Drive last night, finding his way around.
Oh, we haven't done quarantine.
Yeah. From the hyena den. Well, that's, yeah, crossing Rebecca's, going through the dip, bullfrog pan. There's a fern. Lipia, like a wild lavender. Anyways, this is for Liz, but it's very old and faded. These are normally very bright red. We might find some more. They make nice Christmas decorations, and this is a seed pod of a creeper. The creeper is all dead, otherwise I wouldn't have picked it. But when the seed pod opens, these little seeds that are bright red with a black arrow on the top fill up these pods, and they're really pretty, and it's known as the lucky bean creeper. And I can remember a long time ago Liz asked me about them. I'm sure it was Liz missing South Africa in the UK, coming back in February. Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay because we go into the land.
Okay. Now, the true lucky bean is the seed of the coral tree. You get a number of different types of corals. The genus is Erythrina. And the one coral, we don't have any large coral trees here. Erythrina latissima or Erythrina lysistimon, the big corals, the broadleaf coral. We only get the Erythrina humina, which is the dwarf coral, one of the dwarf corals, and it has a very striking flower. And I think Mary, the one thing you were asking about flowers, if there's one flower that you could find that's really, really pretty, any one of the corals, they're not called coral trees for nothing. They are coral red, beautiful color, and really showy flowers. But coral trees have been planted in any country that has a temperate climate. I know that I've heard there are coral trees even in Florida. So I don't know if they'd be flowering now in Florida though. No. Dung beetle. We're across our bow. truck, but hippo. Who's making the noise? A song actually, it's not a noise. It's just a lovely... Is it a drongo? Oh, it's the drongo. That's... Oh, there's a melanistic goshawk in there. I wondered why the goshawk... I mean, the drongo is making so many different noises. I'm going to try and go back, Tara.
Yeah.
We've spoken about melanism and leucism. At least I think it's a gosh.
There was definitely big, yeah, there's something big in there.
Tell me when. Yeah, it's sitting in the middle so that the drongos don't mob it. There are two drongos that are hassling it. Now melanism is a predominance of melanin, where the animal's markings become virtually uniform black. And it's the same as perhaps a black leopard or a black panther or black jaguar. And the king cheetah is one, but a number of animals can become melanistic if they have a recessive gene for it.
Are you the only station in Brussels at the moment? Okay, I'm coming in to join you. I'll give you a hand with those dial-up.
There! Oh no, that was the drongo.
No, I'm on it, but we don't have a brilliant view, it's just black blob.
Okay, I don't see it, but I know where it is because I saw the drongo dive at it. Was it where the drongo moved? Is that where it is?
It's probably a good meter from it at the moment.
Drongos are making all sorts of noises besides their typical drongo call, and they're probably telling this whole story about this intruder that we can't understand. But what I do understand is that something's not kosher. And you know what? I think that's Humgo. I'm looking at a little bit of a mangled right ear on that hippo. Where were my binos? Oh, they must be here somewhere. But the hippo's hiding for you in the tree. Under the tree. What did you do with my far lookers?
In the little console.
Nice. Put his head underwater. Oh, there's one of your there's your sunbird coming in as well to see what's going on.
Yeah.
White-bellied sunbird coming to see what the fuss is all about, and its mate has just flown. Oh, look at him! Can you see him?
I had him, but I've lost him again.
He's there on the right. He was sitting right in the open, shouting his heart out. But yes, sunbird. Sunbird has a very fast metabolism, so it doesn't really sit still for very long. The longest it sits still is when it's drinking nectar from a flower.
There we go.
Sorry, Nick. Okay. Evidently a little bit overexposed looking up into the sky.
Yeah, no, it was. I was just trying to
It's the only way to look into the tree, really. There's your sunbird on the far right again.
Oh, yeah. There he is. Oh!
And he's gone. Meow. Gee, that...
Oh, the bird's gone.
No, because it's actually on the side now, where that drongo just dived. The female sunbird is there. Near the shrike's nest. Let me try and move a bit. Must be that side. The drongo's diving that side now. I think this bird's reluctant. There it is. I can see it sitting through here. Probably reluctant to fly out of this tree because of the drongos. Oh, there's a bit. Oh, it's got. Oh. Let's see its tail now. It's kind of small for a gabar, but it might. It's got a terminal white bar on its tail. Oh, it's moved again. Red beak, red legs. We didn't bring any books today. But I think it's a gabar.
Come this side, come on.
T-A-B-A-R, gabar goshawk. One of the, perhaps the one bird that you find melanism occurring more frequently than any other bird of prey. Yeah, see, I say it's reluctant to leave that because it's in deep cover there, and as long as those drongos are anywhere near this tree, as soon as it makes a move to fly out of this tree, those drongos are going to be on it like a yeah, oh, never mind the analogy. I'm not used to a book with pictures, I'm used to a book with hand-drawn.
It's got the index in front.
No, I'm at the raptors. Harriers, kites, there we go, goshawks and things. Gabar is not as red. No, it's not the gabar. Red and red. And it's also so small, so much smaller than a gabar. But it's got red beak, red legs. And that should be diagnostic. Should be. RC, Brian, Amber, Dr. Rita, Lynn, any of you out there, birders. I know I might have missed a couple of names. Always dangerous saying someone's name because you might miss a name or two. Don't want to offend anybody by not mentioning their name. See, what's confusing me is the red and the red. And the only real raptor that's red and red like that is twice that size, the dark chanting goshawk. Red and red, but I mean red and red, I mean the red legs and the red sear.
Ah, gotcha.
Who? Hippopotam.
Yeah, every time I've swung the camera around, he's gone.
No, it's not Hamgo, but it is a hippo with a damaged right ear. Hamgo used to have a damaged right ear, but he had this tear in it. Hamgo was a hippo that lived here for some time. I don't think we've seen him for some time. Equal amount of time he lived here. Got a barred tail. Did you get to see its face at all? Okay, one more try just to go back a little bit just to see if we can see its face through a gap, and then we're on our way. We've got a leopard to find. I'm not looking at time. We go until the batteries start beeping. How about that? Or we run out of diesel, whichever comes first. No, we're not going to get a picture of its face. I must look. My raptor book would give me a better idea, and I didn't bring it. I didn't bring any books today. I thought we were just going to have a fun drive without having to identify too many things. So on with her. Pardon? Oh, that's true. Nick can also just let it run. Nick, do you have anywhere to go this morning? Okay. We'll see. Especially if we find something in the last few minutes. I don't even want to know what the time is right now. Want to find the Queen of Djuma. And I've got to find an elephant because I haven't left a message with the elephant community, and at least if I tell one, just the way they communicate with each other. Pardon? But at least tell one elephant so that they can tell the rest that I'll be at home and I won't be here for a while. Because there's some of them that come and visit me at home that come and visit us here. The old safari TV jackets. They are. When it does pop out, yeah. I do. I have. I'm not even going to tell you how many layers I got on because I'm embarrassed. And then Nick.
I can actually see.
And then Nick walks in this morning with shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My other jacket was 6. It wasn't that cold. I'm just a sissy when it comes to lower temperatures. I anticipated a cold morning when the sun, well, because of the cloud and because it's, I'm wearing boots even. I can take my shoes and socks off soon. So should we do Rebecca's? Should we go that way? Or should we? There's zebra. There's another giant African land snail. Hello, snail. Way behind us on. Let's go to the den and then we'll come down Zoe's and do a loop round this way again. We'll get to those zebra. They're not going far. Oh, plated lizard dived into its hole. It was sunning itself. And it's a nice morning for reptiles because they've been cold and wet. With this little bit of sun coming out, they are sunning themselves. The rough-scaled plated lizard. Look for flying impala stuck in trees. Karula. evidently she was moving around and then it was raining, so unless she moved around after the rain, we're not going to find her tracks. Look at all these swallows. Maybe termites erupting. Morning, Mr. Groover. Hello, Roy. Tara saying hello. I mean, Roy saying hello, Tara.
Hi, Roy.
North Carolina. Outer Banks. Is it Outer Banks, Roy? You're on one of those island thingies.
See the pictures you sent?
No. Pictures of where he lives. No. I'm getting so way behind because so much has been happening in this last week and I'm way behind with emails and catching up. What? Elephant was here. That was a zebra wood. It was probably about 10 or 12, even 15 years old. I'm just saying that zebra wood, that it was probably about 10, even 20 years old, that zebra wood. Ripped up, roots and all. Problem with it being as damp and as wet as it has is when elephants are breaking things, branches, even something like that, ripping it up with its roots, it's going to stay moist, it's going to stay, it will appear alive for a lot longer than if we had a hot sunny day. That would dry it out a lot quicker. So it's hard to gauge the age of something like that under these weather conditions. But it could be that there is an elephant still around here. It might even be the same one that we saw at the dam. Okay, can you move quietly and carefully so as not to disturb it? Shh. Tara's gonna get on the camera so we can get the orchid. But we don't want to wake it up because you don't want to wake up an orchid. What's a lovely song? That's the song of the Chagra. The black-crowned Chagra. T-C-H-A-R-G-R-A. There's one birder I didn't think of. Hey, Pete.
And Dave.
Pete brought. Yeah, so it was a gabar. The red feet and bull is diagnostic. Your book doesn't, you see, I thought so too. And then I'm looking at Tara's book and the gabar in this book doesn't even show red.
Well, I actually prefer the other Sassol for the pictures, but it's got nice information in there. So if they could actually combine the two.
Yeah, I didn't read. But yes, thanks Pete. Just saying that the other melanistic goshawk would be the Avambo, and it's much rarer in this part of the world. But there, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? In the sunlight like this. My lasting memories of Djuma are going to be these. I asked you not to make a noise. Okay, I heard that echo all the way up to quarantine. Bless you, Tara. And anything else that managed to experience that shower. Now come back, sunshine. And Celia gigantea, the giant tree orchid, subspecies nilotica. The other one we saw the other day is subspecies gigantea. So on we go. Teddy's gonna be.
Oh, come on, camera.
Teddy's gonna be out of the den.
Okay.
Waiting for us. What's that big? Oh, it's a bateleur. It's flying pretty tight circles. Flying low and flying tight. I think one of the things that I love doing sometimes is when you get a day preceding storms with good thermals and to watch eagles in flight, to just get a hint of that three-dimensional freedom that they have, but just to watch them in air and to watch their abilities in the air. See, Tara's playing stunt person now.
But the road doesn't go all the way.
Plumber.
Huh?
Plumber. So it's seriously now. The eagles in flight, yes. And you get some really amazing flyers, but you know, the higher they fly, the less acrobatic they get, unless they're mating. It's one of the most acrobatic things you could see. Oh, look at the tenebrionid. I want to... that tenebrionid in the road. I just have to introduce him to you. This is the beetle that I used to have on my intro. I'm sorry. I did a bad, sort of a bad. But what happens when these beetles, this is playing possum, it's gone into a stupor because it thought it was being attacked. Meanwhile, I just dropped it, and it's just gonna have to wait until its brain resets itself. It's kind of like a computer going into a freeze mode. Not responding. Control Alt Delete. Needs to go through Control Alt Delete. End process. It was fine until I dropped it. But this is a ground beetle. The hard outer wings that characterize a beetle have actually become fused in this particular species. It no longer has wings, and it has become a very hard carapace, a very hard shell, and well, sadly it's... Hello, wakey. You've got 1,100 and something people watching you. I'm just going to put it back because it's not going to wake up that quickly. respect to talking about eagles flying. Now, don't stand on it. Oh, grass just off of the vehicle. Fish eagles. Yeah, punched the microphone. Fish eagles mating, going into a talon lock at 3,000 feet and tumbling down through the sky, just tumbling down, mating in midair, coming to watch. But eagles on thermals aren't as interesting as eagles in a stoop or eagles actually doing flight displays. And the one eagle that is fascinating to watch any time it is ever in the air, and it spends most of its time in the air, and that is the batelier. Their acrobatics or their aerobatics are phenomenal. They fly at a much lower altitude than all the other eagles. They're one of the lowest soaring eagles. In fact, you can't really call it soaring because it's only at about 100 to 200 feet. It's just above the tree line. And you see them, they fly like a grid pattern. They fly up and down their territory, and then they'll sort of start all over again. So they don't necessarily circle all the time. And that's why when you do see a batelier suddenly doing a very tight circle, you know that it's seeing something and it's doing a double take. And those are the times when batelier are perhaps the most incredible things to watch in the air. It's like watching certain fish underwater, like a shark. I think we've brought hyena into your home in ways that I think a lot of you have never seen hyena, having spent so much time at the den, seeing the tenderness between them, seeing the characters that they are. And perhaps with the underwater cam with Wild Earth, you'll get a glimpse into the lives of some of the underwater world, and perhaps sharks in a way that you've never seen them before, because media and stories always paint these animals in such bad light. But you know, in all my years of diving, probably one of the most graceful and one of the most incredible creatures that you could watch underwater is a shark. And it's not like they're out there to bite you as soon as they see you or eat you. It doesn't really work that way. We got a cloud of flies following us. And look at Tara's hat. There's like 50 flies. Probably on my back and my hat too. I think they're just picking up this. Yeah. Joanne says they could hear you sneeze all the way over in Michigan. No, I was just looking at oh, you want to get off now? Okay, do you want to try a stunt? Do you want to jump off while we're moving and then jump back?
Actually, if I jump, do you think I could land there?
Yeah, that's a good idea. But maybe I might need to go over a miter drain so that it kind of ejects you into the air, and then if I'm going fast enough, you can do a backward flip and land behind the camera.
I just do it like they don't move, just flip.
Yeah. Except they're normally in a studio with a green screen and a harness and a wire and a... Hello, Cindy. So what was Cindy saying? Cindy in Arizona. The only vet tech I know in Arizona. We got a... Oh, hello, Cindy. Got a few Cindys. Cindy Shiano, Cindy Bieber, and Cindy Kroll. Any other Cindys I'm missing? I know there's Cindy in Arizona. I associate with veterinary. Cindy Kroll I associate with plants and in particular sensitive areas. But I don't know, other Cindy, Shiana, I don't know what to put next to your name in my head. That little box that associates people with things in my head. Floppy ear is gone, and so have her little one. I'm hoping this eastern side of the den might have somebody sunning themselves. Yes, no, no. Not today, Josephine. Oh, there's a plate. Look at that. How can a rascal plated lizard share a den with hyenas? I wonder if they've moved dens with the rain. Found a drier one. Although Floppy ear was here. Sadly, Teddy's not. I really like these lizards. But I'm wondering, yeah, you do get creatures sharing burrows, but this is an unlikely match. Well, I can't imagine a hyena catching a lizard like this. It might have a smaller burrow within that burrow that it gets into. Able to coexist because one is diurnal and one is nocturnal, although the hyenas are fairly active during the day. But we've never seen this lizard here before. Well, I haven't. Yeah, I mean at this hyena den. Okay. In the layer. In the layer. Andiamo. She's going to a different hole. I could be living here. Could be what we call making hay while the sun shines.
There's tracks going in. Hyena tracks going in.
It could be the inside because it's been cold, but I thought that maybe, yeah, I see that. That's fresh too. But I would have. Ah, okay, there we go. Other Cindy is a. I knew you would be an animal lover, Cindy, but other Cindy is a registered nurse. Okay. Control S. Teddy. Except he doesn't know his name's Teddy. A lot of sticks there that never. Well, they were, I saw them the other day at the entrance.
There's a few flies in the entrance as well.
I'm sure there's somebody inside there. Actually, the way the angle of the sun is now, it might even be shining in the den. Do I see the first migrant of its kind?
Where are you looking?
That bird up there is the first redback shrike. See, it was worth it coming out today, because that's the first redback shrike of the season. Female, by the looks of things. What up, pretty thing? Welcome back to South Africa. They just get chased by the hornbill.
Yeah.
I guess the hornbill doesn't like foreigners. That's xenophobia, hornbill. Hornbill's not doing too much against the shrike. Just objected to the branch it was sitting on. Yellow-billed hornbill. Okay, shall we? First redback shrike. Seen a couple of steppe buzzards that have come back. Still waiting on the European rollers. They kind of take their time, you know, they spend time. Speaking of rollers, lilac-crested roller flying away. They take a leisurely flight down. They don't sort of say, okay, time to go to South Africa, and they do the 5,000 kilometer trip in one go. They actually call it about 8,000 kilometers. They stop over in Kenya, and then they stop over in Tanzania, and Malawi. They just take their time. Here's an interesting raptor. I don't know if we can get it. Just hanging in the air. Brown snake eagle. I think. I can see its legs. Okay. Pardon?
3 raptors in the sky.
Oh, there. Yeah, today's one of those days with raptors all over the place.
No, there's 6 there. 3 in front of me.
Raptors everywhere. One of those days. Well, you know, one of the reasons why there's so many raptors today is because for the last few days there have been no thermals. Now, for raptors in particular, things like vultures and especially the hunters that hunt on the or from the wing, not necessarily on the wing, but they hunt in the air. There's a new baby impala. And I'm not going to stop and disturb because it's suckling. No, it's not suckling. That is tiny. I am going to stop. But she's still there, yeah. Vultures now. You see, we've had so many days of cold, wet weather, and it's such an energy consumptive process for these birds to fly to look for food that they rather just sit huddled up on a branch somewhere, roost, and see the weather through. And so for a few days now, all of these raptors have been starving themselves, and now, oh, she's gone.
Oh, I thought you wanted the raptor in the sky.
Well, that too. Talking about raptors, but I thought we'd get her, but she's gone. Oh, sorry, were you zoomed in?
Yeah.
On the vulture?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, yeah, there are little specks of black all over the skies. Look at the size of that dung beetle. I want it.
Okay. Alright.
Of course, you couldn't see the size of that dung beetle because it was flying. They're not as easy to follow on the wing as the likes of a vulture hanging in the air. But yes, so a day like today, there are air current. There's a bit of a wind blowing. There's what? There's the beginning of thermals. Good flying weather. Good flying weather for raptors. Not so good for the likes of, say, a little 172 or a 206, or even a little Bonanza. Worst little plane I've been in a storm is a little V-tailed Bonanza flying through a storm. Bounced around the sky like a seagull in a tornado. Yeah, because they're looking for cats and elephants. The shirt or the... this is your shirt. Yeah, blowing hot and cold. Sun goes behind the cloud, we get the cold wind. Sun comes out, the warmth beats the cold wind. Not cold, chilly breeze. Okay, so let's see what's happening in the land of Channel 2. Any update on Western Gary? I've been down.
Nothing.
Thank you. Hello, Dronga. Nice if you could train a bird. Imagine training like a drongo or even an eagle. Go and fly. What about putting a camera on an eagle and just so that you can film while it's soaring, and then you can say, oh look, there's a herd of elephants over Cheetah Cut Line. But then you could get a little radio controlled helicopter or something with a little camera on it. Using technology to its fullest advantage, to its fullest capacity, to its, you know what I mean. Wow, you can see far today. The skies, or rather the weather has cleared the sky considerably. Magpie Shrike shouting. Right, we're now on the end of Zoe's Road. Let's just do a quick turn around. No, I see there's been a vehicle there. We won't. We'll just go down Philemon's Cut Line. See if these zebra are still here. They should be. I can't imagine that they've gone too far. we see zebra now, you can take the wheel and go that way. These are much like the birds that are flying now. Oh, there's a raptor in the marula tree. Oh, he's gone. Step buzzard, speak of the devil. He's gonna stick around, gonna fly to another tree, I'm sure. Step buzzards like to perch where it's open so that they can hunt rodents and things. Believe it or not, this is a bird that comes all the way from the Russian steppes. Only one of the birds that is one of the farthest flyers. Yeah, it was in that marula tree and it's just flown again. It's going to be going to another marula tree down Philemon's cut line. So I hope we can catch up with it. Beautio. Step buzzard. Now, a step buzzard doesn't hunt on the wing, hunts from a perch. So. And I'm not surprised. I don't actually. There are two of them because there's another one that's just flown. I'm not surprised they prefer hunting from a perch. I would also, spend a couple of months flying virtually around the entire planet, and when you get to your destination, you still have to hunt on the wing. That's not fair. So. Makes sense that they prefer to perch and hunt from a perch. Like you, Drongo. There they are, those horse-like animals. Hippo is walking here. It's been going the other way. I mean, must have been at night because it's going the other way. Mangwa in Shangaan. M-A-N-G-W-A, Mangwa. Dung beetle, dung ball. You gonna roll back into the road? No. Squeaking steering wheel. So who have we got here? Is this stallion, mare and young stallion again? Those three that been on quarantine. The mare that's got the scar on her flank. No, it's a different group. That little one spooked the other two. Ah, there's a group of four. It's not the same group. Oh, and a snail too in the road. Hello, Zeb. Oh, we're a bit nervous this morning. I think the zebra stood on the snail. Or kicked it or something. The snail's not looking happy. I mean, if a snail could ever look happy, but it's body language. That's a big snail. And the liquid call of the oriole in the background. Okay, so time to swap over. They're healthy young zebras. Could probably put words to those mouth movements. Morning, Kingfisher. Silly child. Some animals, in fact a lot of animals, the way it works here, because there's a fair amount of consistency in the behavior of the vehicles, and I've noticed when I do what we just done now, just letting the vehicle roll down a slope without the engine, the tires make a different noise. The whole thing is that it's a different noise, and it's a different concept to the animal. And I've known animals to get quite, or behave quite differently. Just like that zebra, I think if we'd driven past it, it would have stayed there. But the fact that we just rolled past it made it spook like that. Not too sure what we're about. Yes, this is hardly a slope, but it's picking up momentum. And that one makes me wonder how long it'll take animals to get used to electric vehicles. And then I foresee the initial period of using electric vehicles, because I'd like to see that one day. I mean, there goes that step buzzard again. Oh, it nearly got taken out by a lilac-breasted roller. But it will land in that marula tree, maybe. But I foresee the initial period of using electric vehicles, I foresee animals behaving a little bit differently, because they're so used to vehicles with noises. So much so that often animals will totally ignore the vehicles, because as long as they can hear them, they know where the vehicles are. They don't have to be concerned about them. But if there's a vehicle that's moving so quietly, I don't suppose it's that quiet. I suppose eventually the noise of the tires crunching on the gravel will be enough for them to listen to. Right now, that step buzzard is somewhere in one of these marula trees. A little bit further off the road. It might stay there if it is there somewhere. Look at the size of that mistletoe on the right hand side of that marula. In full flower. Okay, I don't see the step buzzard. Tara's turn. Bless you. Okay, I heard that one in Alaska now.
Sure. Oh, what's going on the nose?
Pollen.
Sure. I never had hay fever though. Where are you seeing the mistletoe?
That cute dark clump on the right hand side of this marina.
Right on the end.
Yeah. Oh, here are my sunglasses. Wondered where I put them. Oh no, it's just my sunglasses case. Yeah, the whole right hand side of that marula tree has got that one branch gonna break from the weight of that mistletoe. But it's also in flower. Okay, so you can lock it off and I'll take over there.
What did Nick say?
Nick said he doesn't have to go anywhere right now. I think we'll just still try and get to see what's on quarantine and Aubrey's. Oh!
Ooh, sorry. Thought you were in.
I was just standing on the tire, but just hang on before we go. We can't get much closer to this.
No, I think I've pulled in as much as possible.
Can't really see the flowers too well. You hear a squirrel back there. Squirrel down here.
No. It's funny, I can't hear it at all over the machines.
Yeah, but there's a squirrel shouting down the bottom here.
Maybe we should try Rebecca's route.
Just down
Towards that little dip, yeah.
Because there are no tracks anywhere.
No, there's nothing.
There's also this old road that runs parallel to the
Well,
drain.
that's what I was wondering, but that gets very wet.
And also, and it gets because the elephants have broken branches over.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that one. I remember last time I went after a lot of rain, nearly got stuck. Are you stripping also?
I'm stripped to my waist. Moving lanes.
Oh, shame. Sorry, Heather. Apparently I woke all the cats up with that sneeze. Sure. I've startled myself with my own sneezes. How bad is that? Cool, thank you. So the total amount of people that have viewed us on Ustream is over 10,000.
What?
Yeah, but that's from...
Total.
That's the total. So that'll be people dropping in and out over the last 3 months. But 10,000 people have viewed us. This is usually a very good spot for the leopard. Oh, hello. Oh, that's all the old lion tracks from yesterday, I think. Okay. Yeah, do you think it's worth checking out the old hyena den here? Only possibility.
Why not?
While we're here.
For last time's sake.
Yeah. Gary gang didn't even come and say goodbye. Actually, I wonder if they are still down in the south.
Plated lizard.
I must admit, I prefer the hyena den on Zoe's road to this one. This one's not as good access to seeing what's going on by the holes.
Stop a sec.
Like the last time that we were here, I'm sure it must have been Teddy's mum with Teddy, maybe with the baboons being here and Gordy actually coming down to the hole. Maybe she decided against it and took Teddy back. She had a scar on her back.
There's another plated lizard at the entrance.
Oh yeah. I was looking for it when you said it, I couldn't see it. Hidden behind a branch for me.
Okay. Let's try that western edge of quarantine.
Yeah. That is what I'm thinking. Unless she's made a kill in a block somewhere, and that's why we're not seeing any tracks of her. Or she moved right over into the east and the rain's just washed all the tracks away.
There wasn't really that much rain to wash the tracks away. It just covered them. Other tracks that have been rained on.
Yeah.
It wasn't really that hard last time.
No, but it was just constant. when we find a lot of hyena tracks around, that's when we don't find the leopards, and maybe that's they struggling to find the leopards as well. When was the last time we saw Teddy?
Penny.
Teddy. I'm just trying to think.
Last time I saw Penny was probably...
Teddy.
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 For me, about 3 drives to
That was the last time we saw him.
It was within the last week.
Just struggling to remember when. The days are merging. But who was that from? Pam. I think you're right, Pam. Apparently Pam's saying last time we saw Teddy it was before Seb left. So maybe Teddy's gone with Seb to Cape Town.
Did anybody check his bag?
Well, I didn't know, so maybe it was in the bags. I remember watching Djuma come through to the Bush Bryce site once, sniffing the marula tree there. And actually having an eye-to-eye discussion with the dwarf mongoose that was stood on this branch. Sorry, squirrels.
I remember having the first aid course.
That
and
also, I was thinking
Karula
about it.
nearby.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
I didn't realise she was close by.
No, it wasn't. No. It was the warthog that we were watching him.
Oh, yeah.
It was another time we were here at Bush Bryce site one night. Maybe it was the New Year's party that Karula was in.
I remember I freaked Alex out when we had to do that role playing about the snake bite. Do you remember?
You freaked all of us out.
It was actually quite funny because each one of us had to be a patient. And the guy says to me, okay, you've been bitten by a snake, you don't know what type of snake you've been bitten by, but just pretend that you, well, obviously pretend anyway, but he said, but you shout for help, but whenever anyone tries to help you, tell them to keep away. So really, sort of mess with their heads, and that's...
It would have been better if anybody else got that particular task, but you did.
But yeah, it was quite funny. So he said, and the way it starts is you start screaming. So I just let out this, I didn't even know I was capable of it, this blood curdling scream. And then everyone comes rushing in. But it was so funny because Alex was saying, because I kept saying, no, keep away from me, back off. And I was like, somebody help me. So I was just messing with her head so much. And Alex said afterwards, yeah, but she wouldn't let me help her. And he was quite distraught about it. It was quite funny.
Well, we didn't know that your acting abilities were so great. We were starting to think that actually maybe something did happen.
It was funny though, because you were the one, even though I was just acting, you were the one that made me feel quite secure. We didn't come down here. This isn't the 2-track, is it? I don't remember these bushes being.
Come out.
Oh, okay. So I was going down the right one.
Well, you can go down here and then go around.
No, that's what's a trick.
Although it does get quite wet.
But yeah, actually, as I say, you were the one that, even though I know I was acting, I actually felt quite safe with you.
Thanks. Been in enough emergency situation. Very right.
Oh, awesome, RC. I'm glad we could bring you a birthday present of the last drive for your birthday. Happy birthday, RC. Good to hear from you.
What, the kebab got?
RC, it's his birthday today. So he's enjoying...
The kebab was his birthday present?
Oh, the drive.
Oh, the drive.
Yeah, he's saying we made his day by doing a drive today. At least the weather's been with us. Shavinzi eating that little rock monitor. Well, not so little actually.
Oh, that's another one.
Just here.
Wait, this little spot, I think this is this spot I've had more leopard sightings than any other place on the property where over time we've had leopard here so many times.
But even just in this whole drainage line. Yeah, it's just sitting right there. Tracks.
There's a buffalo up there.
Say buffalo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Two of them.
Go and say hello to the buffalo. I still think we need to go up to Aubrey's Road just to see.
Okay.
Let's go and say hello to the buffalo. Although, I reckon this is dry enough to cross. Looks like it.
Well, not here. This is a major seam line here. I mean, it's dry enough. But
Yeah, it is. It is dry enough. Right, hey boys, we've been spotted. Guy doesn't like us.
what is this boy doing?
What's wrong, mister? You're not gonna go up and set everybody, are you? What's up? Well, the wind's blowing in his direction, so he should be able to smell us. Maybe that's the problem.
He's a youngster.
Hmm.
These aren't our regular bugger
No,
boys.
they're not.
Serious curve to those horns.
But even the male stood next to him is actually, that's quite a wide set of horns he's got as
Yeah.
well. Quite beautiful. The old man that's probably behind the termite mound for you doesn't really care.
Nervous.
Here's our 3 zebra.
Yeah.
Hmm.
These are big buff.
Mm. It's almost as if there's something they're not quite happy about that was... Grandpa in the back there. Oh well, if we must. You keep us looking in the other direction as well. I don't know if you caught scent of something as well. But he definitely is very wary about us. Oh, look at the baby impala. Sure, that was just finding its legs just then. Gotta be barely a couple of days old. Oh. Mama's bleating.
It's the stallion whose stripes don't match up.
Mm. What's happened to your baby, lady? She's bleating and no one's responding. Ow. Are you mine? Nope. Everyone else seems quite spread out. I haven't gone too far. Karula has flown, I'm sure of it. She joined the lines and flew off.
Maybe she's coming down Boyatella access road to come take a bath.
Yeah, maybe, eh? Maybe. Okay, do you want to take the wheel for the last time?
Yeah. Thanks. Oh, wind's picking up. Okay, Karula. Last chance, girl. Redeem yourself. Come down to Boyatella along the access road. Hello everybody, my name is Mark. I'll be your guide today. Okay, let's just go and have a look up towards Aubrey's Road and come back again, and well, I guess we'll have to call it a day. Turning into a lovely day.
It is, eh?
Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. since we're only about 350 meters, we're only about 1,000 feet above sea level, or just over, maybe 1,500 feet, maybe 1,500, 12 to 1,500 feet above sea level, which means that water will boil pretty close to 100 degrees. Probably. So maybe we should pop it in boiling water and see it.
Yeah, we should.
What it registers. Put it under your arm and see what it registers. See if it's 37. It's a bit wide to fit in your mouth. Or other temperature telling places. No track. Okay, we'll go to the tree. And have a look-see. The tree where there was a carcass. Maybe we can call it that. There's a bit of skin and
Leg.
a couple of spindly legs still hanging. I'd say just out of reach of hyena.
I don't know if the hyena puts his paw upon the trunk.
Yeah, but hyena doesn't really do that much.
As a whole, really are. It actually has been a musical chair drive. It was at every possible place.
I didn't sit up there.
No, between the two of us. So in every possible place.
I don't know if I trust your driver to sit up there.
No, I wouldn't.
No, I do. I would. We've covered a fair amount of ground this morning. We just didn't get as far east as Chiedekatla, Drakensberg, Buffelshoek Dam.
There's somebody in the road.
There's a buffalo. And another one. No shortage of you boys these days, is there?
I remember we went through a spell of not seeing them for a little while.
Yeah. Truly sorry to disturb, old chap. Three of them. Looks like they've been up and down here. We're going to so used to the sound of that aerial clipping branches that every time it happens we automatically look up. Clunk there again.
But there's there's the difference though, because there's the little ones that you don't need to worry about.
Yes,
the big
but it's
ones.
the heavy clunk that.
Oh, have I broken the aerial this time?
Oh, that's interesting. because that's where the carcass was. That's a tawny eagle. You still see some legs in the tree. Pardon? There's a battalion flying over too. But the thing is that it took off from the... it might have been on a low perch, but it's almost like it took off from the ground. Why? How come I saw a leg hanging there a second ago? It was my imagination, I suppose. But this is where the tree was. I mean, can you see it? No. I thought I saw something hanging.
Inverter's beeping.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to call it a day. It was interesting to see how long we could push it, both with the amount of diesel we have and the amount of battery power. But there's clear evidence that that eagle's been feeding on that because of the way the meat's torn off of the leg bones. And they're probably waiting for us to move. Alright, let's move and we'll say goodbye elsewhere. But it's now that the rest of this poor little impala is lying out in the open. The diesel's going. Yeah. I hope we can get home. I'm going to turn around and we'll stop somewhere to say goodbye. If we make it home. We've really been pushing it. We've been trying to see who's going to end first. Diesel or battery. It seems that both of them are going at the same time. Always gets a bit sluggish when the diesel gets low. The problem with a diesel engine though is if you drain it and you have to bleed it, yeah, it's running out of diesel. If only we could just, I think the pickup is in the front, so if we could just keep the vehicle pointed downhill. Clunk, clunk, hitting branches. I just want to get to Vuurtele clunk again. Get back to Vuurtele access road. Gosh. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Waxbill. The walrus might have said it once upon a time, I'm going to say it again. Oh, dung beetle. See where it landed?
Yeah, the jacket.
Well, as I was saying, the walrus said it once, I'll say it again. The time has come. Wiping its face. Off you go. you go.
Can't see it.
Hmm?
Oh, there you go.
See if that little collision with the gun damaged any of its aerodynamics. Come on, fly away. Other way. The wind's coming from the other side. Okay. Right, give some space for you. Come and join me. Okay, Tammy wants just Robbie. Is it Robbie? Robbie. Happy birthday, Robbie.
Happy birthday, Robbie.
Happy birthday, Robbie. Are you going to be in picture? Nick?
I don't know. Nick's
Oh.
going to have to tell us. Where'd he go? Oh, there he
Yeah.
is.
Forgotten how to fly. I think connecting with the vehicle, it must have got temporary amnesia and I forgot how to fly. So I was just falling down. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, the one thing I do have to say is I thank you very much for, there's been an overwhelming outpouring of kindness from so many of you out there in so many ways, gifts that we've received, and of course a lot of you, being a guide for so many years, one, I wouldn't say takes it for granted, but you occasionally get financial gifts, well, what do you call it, tips, put it bluntly, from your guests on your vehicle, and I guess a lot of you have dug into your pockets and you've helped us out a little bit. I didn't really know that it was going on, funnily enough, because I haven't checked my emails much.
I just realised until Pete actually said he set it up. So.
But Pete set it up, and I'm blown away, folks.
Same.
I have to say that for me personally, it's a huge weight off of my shoulders, knowing that at least my medical is covered for the next couple of months. And I'm actually going to sit down and write when I get home. It has been an incredible journey for me. It's been an incredible thing working with the team that we've had, and it's kind of sad in a way that it's just Tara and I here right now. Nick is in final control, but of the crowd of people that we've had come through our doors that have helped with every aspect of this broadcast, from the presenters that we've had in the past, the camera people, and all of those people behind the scenes doing the editing, doing FC Sapiwe, for example, but also our technicians, Pete, who's been coming down from Cape Town from time to time, but the likes of Mel Sabisi, who was here for a while. Mel became such a great part of the team.
Definitely.
Just from all of us. Emily and Graham in Joburg, who started this all, going back to Peter and Lishan and Rex.
Nick and Helen.
Yeah. And, well,
definitely the list is endless.
there is a long list of people that introduced you to the bush, and we are the ones that are saying, well, thank you very much for your patronage, thank you very much for being a part of this wonderful experience, and I'm hoping that somehow in the future, somehow something can be done about bringing it back. I would very much like to be a part of it, but if I'm not, I hope that I'm part of the legacy of it, or I know that I'm a part of the legacy. We both are, I think.
And that's down to you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
without your guys' support, your love, your friendship, you've been behind us 100%, and we can't ask for more.
No.
So thank you, everybody.
You are in our hearts, and I know that we are in yours, and thanks to the social media that exists nowadays, I'm going to improve my skills on that front. But thanks to that, I'm hoping we will stay in touch, and you will hear from us in the future.
Definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
So although it's a bit sad, but it's a happy moment, it's a lovely day, and the two of us are standing on the threshold of our new futures, I suppose.
So the world better watch out. Who knows what's coming?
Strange plant up there. I wonder if that's Viscum combriticolia. No, it's not. It's the asparagus creeper. I'm distracted all the time, so I'm going to distract myself by trying to get this thing. Oh, I made a noise. Back to camp. And, well, bye everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Bye everybody. I should have taken this out of my ear.
Walk away.
Yes, so we walk into the distance.